Hi, welcome to Q&A number 66. Yeah, a little bit of a different change of scenery. I'm here at work. Uh, and we're going to go over the next 10 questions, and there may or may not be a bonus question. But, anyways, I'm going to be reading them off my phone. It is, it's at 71%. It's fine off the charger. Anyways, we're going to jump right into it. What are you drinking right now? That's what I'm drinking right now. Bitch. Will you cover the history of all religions? No. What does it take to be a Gryffindor at Hogwarts? I don't know. Google it. How do I convince my friends that the rumors going on about me are not true? Alright, look. Your friends will know how you roll, and they'll know what's true and what's not. So, if your friends know who you are, then don't worry about it. Just, keep your circle small. My best friend is my roommate, and we don't live well together. What do I do? Oh man, that's a tricky one. I could probably say that it's really... You really have to set some ground rules, like, hey, we gotta be able to do this, this, and this at this, specific time, or every once in a while. Or if you want to preserve that friendship, then you're gonna have to like leave and stop being roommates. I mean, some kind of conversation would have to happen. So my advice would be just be upfront, direct, but keep it simple and be calm and collective about it too. Like, hey, I don't think, even though we are close friends, but we don't live real well together. So I'm sorry, but I really want to preserve the friendship, so I think one of us is gonna have to move. I mean, someone's gonna have to have that conversation eventually. How do I tell if my cats are secret agents? Fun answer. Well, I don't know. Try to keep a close eye on them. Real answer, they can't be. What do I do when I like someone who lives far away? Okay, here's the thing. Long distance generally does not really work out. 9 times out of 10 at least. But if you feel like that you really like this person, if you love them, you'll move closer to them. But if not, find someone a little closer. Who is the best Ninja Turtle? I don't know, I was never into Ninja Turtles as a kid. So pick whichever one you like. What's a good way to calm yourself down? Okay. This is what I do, in no particular order. Eat some good fattening food, like comfort food. Take a nice hot bath or shower, that always helps. If you're of age, indulging of the smoke. Or my personal favorite, going to sleep. I tell you, if you're really stressed, just take a nap. That's probably the best one that I would recommend, but if you want to try any of those other ones, have at it. Oh, and put on something that you like a good movie or a funny YouTube video, or just put on something that you really like to enjoy. Those are always good options, but my always go-to, sleep. Last one. How do I tell my parents to leave me alone in the nicest way possible? Easy. Just go up to them like, hey, mom and dad, I'm gonna be doing this for X amount of time. I really don't want to be bothered, so please leave me alone. I think that's the best way to do it, is you gotta be upfront with them. You gotta, they love you and they care about you and they want to know what you're doing. Maybe not all the time, but at least let them know, like, hey, I'm gonna be busy doing, this, whether it be like gaming with your friends or streaming or or if you're hanging out with someone at their house or whatever, just let them know, hey, I'm going to be doing this for however long you want me to do, or for however long until we're done. Just, I don't want to be bothered, just leave me alone. You know, something like that. Alright, thanks so much for the questions, but like how I kind of hinted at before, earlier in the video, we got a bonus question for you all, and it's from one of our fellow subscribers, and they wish to be anonymous. And this is what they asked. Oh boy, we're gonna get real juicy with this one. Opinion on Trump in his second term. Do you think he's a good president, or is becoming a king and or dictator? Alright, look, his first term was, you know, kind of whatever. But the main controversy with him is really in his second term currently. I don't know. That's a whole can of worms that I really don't want to unopen right now. But, if you I made a really good post on Facebook about my standings on Trump, and it's gotten some traction, and so just going based off of the question, do I think he's a good president? No, absolutely not. Is he becoming a king and or dictator? Honestly, yes. But I'm not going to elaborate on why. So that's all I'm going to say. No, he's not a good president. Yes, he's becoming some sort of a king or dictator. Alright, that is all we have for today. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next Q&A coming out next month. And stay tuned next week for our quarterly update on the federal government. Yeah, that's next week, so stay tuned for that.